Hey y'all, it's Allie. You'll notice a little different setup here. I'm sorry. My office has a sick chicken right now, and I needed to set up, and it's amazing. I was just laughing at how already this little space that I set up in my front room looks already like my messy desk. Before I went to go visit my family in Florida, I was asked to do a journal challenge, and it's a keepsake journal challenge, and it's put on by the sweetest Juni Desireè. She asked me to be a part of this challenge, and we picked out the August 30th, which is today, and the day is for purpose. This is actually extremely timely. It's so interesting how all of these things end up working out, like before you even really know, because I wanted to pick out joy, but I got on in late to the game. And so purpose was the one that was available, but it's just so perfect for me. And I will share why, and I'll try not to cry. I've been out for a while, as y'all heard from one of my previous videos, in chronic pain and stuff like that. Today's kind of been a rough day, actually. This is my Giuliano from Chic Sparrow, and I really wanted to do it in this journal because this is where more of my deeper thoughts go and stuff like that. Purpose. It's important that for people to feel purpose, that we were born, we were designed to have a purpose. For me, this is super timely because of the pain that I've been in. It's hard to feel like you do have purpose when you aren't able to do a lot of the things, and the pain it's kind of stolen a lot of my joy. Hey, sweet Dietrich. Oh, by the way, speaking of Dietrich, because Juni had some of her tidbits from Howard that I had sold when he had passed, and as like a memory to him, and I miss him so much, y'all. His urn is like right over here, and so he's with me while I get to do this, so I think that's kind of cool. So I was just trying to like really think about purpose, and through this journey of feeling like my joy has been really dampened by pain, like what is my purpose? And I was really thinking about this, and there's a girl that I really love to follow. Her name is Wendy, and when I did her brand reel for her art page, she talked about finding beauty in the pain, and like finding beauty in the and not knowing why and stuff like that. And so for me, very much like Wendy, like I do have to really choose to do this like every single day. And one of the things that really brings me joy is flowers. I was like, you know what? This is going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I can do this. I have not journaled and done artsy stuff in like so long, because again, my office is a wreck. I have a sick chicken in there, and like I haven't done much in my office at all, but I was just looking around at the things on my desk, and I was like, I always go back to flowers, even the poetic nature. I'm always going to try to find something poetic about whatever it is. The thing that flowers can be in the middle of nowhere. Like you can find weeds, that with flowers on them in the most unexpected places. I wanted to do flowers because it always brings me joy, and my purpose in life, I do feel, is to bring joy to people, to find joy in the hard. And joy is different than happiness, and I get my joy from so many things, mostly from my faith and from God, but he's given me flowers, and he created flowers. So anyway, I don't want to get too deep. I want to get into this, but I just wanted to say thank you, Juni, for just doing this and for inviting me to be a part, and I'm really excited to start. So I have this insert that I've been taking a while to get through, volume 15. I think I started it August 9th of last year. Hi. Do you want me to get up and give you a hug?
I'm still getting my stuff ready.
Okay. No, it's okay. So I'm in the front room today, so the door's not closed and everything. So, there's my Howard. So yes, it's been very slow, but you'll notice I have been journaling recently, but it has been more words, because sometimes you just need to get the words out. And so there's not much going on here, except for a little bit of plopping. Plopping's fun to do. So here's my new page. So purpose is the word, and I'm just gonna do a flower and stuff. I've kind of gotten in my own style. I have really simplified a lot of things. And it's funny because I'm like sitting here and my kitchen's right there, and there's this huge sign that says simplify, because I tend to overcomplicate things often. Analysis paralysis, I have kind of through this process just really learned to simplify and really hone in on those specific things that bring me joy. One of my classes that I want to do here soon is called Joy Notes. And so all of the things that you see on this table have been carefully curated through my own journey and finding what brings me joy in art and creating and things like that. So these flowers were from hours and hours of just playing and then being very intentional on what are the things that are sparking joy, specifically colors, different kinds of lines, shapes. I really am enjoying this big floral, like focusing on a big floral. And then like, I think I have one in here, actually, I can show y'all. Yeah, here. So like, here's one, a floral like that. So kind of like this, but I want to add more keepsake stuff in it. So I have this vellum that I had printed. I sold these for a little bit and it kind of got crinkled. I think it was one of the extras that she gave to me because it kind of got crinkled through the printer. But I want to kind of tear it because a lot of times you'll see in my florals, you'll see a little piece of vintage glassine, which I kind of been hoarding. So these are also kind of keepsakes to me. It's funny because there's not much personal stuff, but I still love these things. So I thought, and this is like one of my very first, this is what inspired everything, is this piece of glassine that I drew on. And I think you can find this. I did this in one of my Journal With Me bundles. So that's when I very, very first did it. It was from on Patreon a long, long time ago. Just kind of revisiting this style because it does give me a sense of purpose. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to just put that there so it doesn't keep flying up. I'm really apologize for the light, for the planes and all that stuff. I felt so bad. I told Juni, I was like, because I got COVID. You know, the COVID brain is real. That's why I actually forgot about the challenge. So I'm like rushing in creative fashion. I'm like, we're doing this like last minute, but we're just going to go jump right in. Oh, okay. I was just hugging my husband goodbye. He just left for the house of prayer. I think it's really sweet too, how, you know, like Howard, he's gone, but I have little Dietrich sitting right next to me. And I think it's interesting how he's like pretty much white. So I've had a black cat and like a flamey white cat. All right. So I'm just going to get started with this. I like to start with a pencil, and I love negative space. You'll see a lot in my journal. I'll have a little abstract or a floral or something like that. Again, I said I've been simplifying because I do love words. And so I'm just going to start with just this little pencil, I don't know, Draftmatic. I can't remember where I got that, but yeah, just kind of going in here. And my flowers are not realism at all. They just aren't. Am I doing the same side as the other one? Do I always flock to this side? You know what? It's okay though, because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I always have to remind myself of that I don't have to reinvent the wheel, that if something brings you joy, just do it over and over again. Maybe doing it off the page. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I've ever done that before, but yeah. So my flowers aren't like realism at all. They're just kind of like the idea of a flower, which I love. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of, this is something that brings me joy. It kind of reminds me of purpose. And oftentimes I will do like, just like a little leaf or something here. And I do everything. Oh, you can't even see that because it's so dark. I'm sorry. Or light. The light's like really not great right here. I hope y'all can see that. So there you go. I got my kind of like a template here. And then I'm going to just start adding some texture and layers with some different things. Again, like I said, a lot of these things just have been curated over time. Just kind of figuring out what I like. I like things to be... I used to be one of those folks that had to have things balanced on each side, but I found that it brought me more joy to have my art more, what is the word? Asymmetrical, I think it is. I think that's the word. So, you know, like I might do one of these with my big fat wax crown, but I won't do the other ones, which is fine. So, yeah. This thing is like kind of broken, but I kind of like it like that. It doesn't really work like it's supposed to. Oops, see, like that. Look, so we're just gonna work with it. This is like a bamboo thing. These are what Bob Ross calls happy little accidents. And just roll with it. This is what has really helped me get over perfectionism is art. Truly. Like, and I have really figured out what I like, and like I said, what brings me joy. Did bring my water here. I think I have. I don't know if I brought my little honeycomb, but that's okay. Oops, sorry. So it's been a while. I'm rusty. I'm rusty with the whole journal with me thing. So bear with me as I... What is it, T-Trick? Please don't take my water. Oh, he's interested, that's for sure. I don't know. You kind of just let your... No, don't drink that, Dietrich. That's not healthy. Please don't. No. We're having to really evaluate how to incorporate this new kitty in our lives because he is extremely vocal and keeping us up at night. And my husband does not appreciate it. So we love him. And he wants, like, he was just telling me, like, is there a way? It's like, I don't know. No, please don't drink that. That's not good. Dietrich, stop. Oh, my goodness. He's not in frame, but he's here. You know what? I think I'm too warm. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if I can fix this. I think that's better. That shows the colors much better. Let's go ahead and rip this up. Kind of want to rip up. This. I kind of was thinking like a collage type situation would be cool. I really like that. I wonder if I could like put it down the middle. You're just basically going to hear process and my thoughts out loud, basically. Hope that's okay. But yeah, like I said before, it's when I think, especially those of us who have dealt with like pain or loss, it's really important to have purpose so that you feel like you can get up in the morning, you know, like you kind of like it's very psychological. Like I've been discovering pain. It's very psychological. And sometimes because you're dreading the day, you know what I mean? Because you know what the pain's going to be like, it can keep you from doing the things that you love. And so this was just like, again, I can't thank Juni enough for doing this challenge and inviting me, because it gave me a reason to get up and art. And I did art yesterday, actually. I was at church and we do this creative meditation, which is really fun. And I got to do an abstract, which is actually, I really like it, actually. It's that I hadn't painted in so long. And I did that yesterday with my friend Avi, who's like a legit artist. Like he's had stuff featured in places and he's awesome. And I was just going over to just kind of see what he was doing. He's like, Allie, go paint on this, do what you do. Cause I didn't bring anything. I didn't bring any of my supplies. I had sung that morning out of town about an hour away. And he invited me to paint with his stuff. And I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yes. And so that was really cool to have him let me do that with his supplies. He's super generous and we had so much fun. We had so much fun painting together. I am making a huge mess. I cannot allow myself to let this room become like my other room, because that's just too much. It's too much. Let's put that one there. See how like I'm kind of focusing on this side and not worrying about that right now. actually, and before that, I'm going to do something else. This is acrylic ink, black ink. And I love it for creating really bold lines. I really love interesting things that have like differences in, you know, like different line textures, and that really makes me happy. So I think I got that over there too, but that's okay. I feel like I want to go over this. And I did have my little heat gun, which I need to invest in a new one because mine's like pooping out. It's not pooping out. It's just getting gummy. Like it's like legit. How do I say that? It's like melty. I don't know. It's just old plastic. It's as old as my son, who is 16. Maybe it's 17 years old. I don't even know. So I'm going to dry this real quick. Dietrich is like, he's never heard this before. So he's over there and he's like standing straight up on his hind legs like a human. Like, what is that? Dietrich. When I do these things, I really try not to think too hard about it and just see where my hand leads me with things. This paint that I'm using right now is just like a Delta creme coat in my favorite color, buttercream. You might be saying, but it looks almost like your page color. It does. And that's why I like it, because it can kind of like blend stuff back in. Really would like to mix some colors, and I want to kind of put, oh, more planes. Going to mix some paint. I think I'm going to mix some paint and then kind of make a layer over this. This is more collagey than normal, but I wanted to include those keepsake items in there. And kind of create that. So, woo. When we talk about purpose again, like I said, it's important. So art can be definitely something that helps folks get up in the morning, being creative. I strongly, strongly believe that every single person on the planet was created to create. If you're not creating something, I feel like I call it constipation of the soul. That's what I call it. And I've been creative in other ways, like, you know, I sing and stuff like that. That's creative. You can also create by writing. Like, people can write if they want. You have folks that can create systems. Like, it doesn't have to be art, but a lot of us here on this area of YouTube, we like to create art and journals and collages and things like that. So it gives you a reason to kind of get up in the morning. I need more pink. I just lost all my pink. I just kind of grabbed things that brought me joy this morning. Actually, it's funny, on my things to do today is to get that area cleaned up, because I want to film a video on that new journal I just got. And it actually is interesting too, even as I'm sitting here, the difference I'm feeling in just like a different space of creating. It's much different than my desk over, well, I like that. I like that a lot. In my office, I'm like limited, like I can't just reach for stuff. So I'm like limited. It's almost like kind of like a honey slim pickings, but I'm the honey in this case. That'd be fun to do again, another honey slim pickings. I always enjoy seeing what people do with their slim pickings. All right, I think I'm going to start gluing stuff again. Okay, so I love when you have elements see through things. That's like one of my favorites. I'm going to add this little piece of vintage glassine. I remember, I think I was on Patreon and I discovered this store that had all this vintage glassine, and I purchased a bunch, and then I shared it with my patrons, and then they sold out. So I don't know where you could find, I haven't really looked into it since then, where you can find, but it's a little bit, you can buy like regular glassine on like clearbags.com, and I wonder if there's a way you could like patina it quickly. There's just a difference between glassine that's been in a photo album for, 50 years and brand spanking new glassine, So need some more glue on that. So I kind of panicked a little bit because, like I said, COVID brain, I kind of forgot about the challenge. But then it was like, oh, actually, I'm really happy. I'm happy I'm doing this because this is so good for me. So one of the things, my bad habits that I can tend to do and try not to do is overwork. You'll hear a lot of people say, oh, don't overwork it. Meaning that you feel like you keep doing stuff and then it kind of just like loses the magic that you see. So like I'm really liking so far what I'm seeing, and I've learned through, again, lots of trial and error, lots of pieces that were completely overly done, when I need to start slowing down. And really, I want to figure out how to teach that, and that's why with abstract, like the abstracts and the joy notes and stuff, I'm trying to like figure out how to put into words what has helped me so that I can teach it. Because no one's taught me this. Like, this is just me playing for a long time with different things. Where's my... Oh, there they are. I feel like we need some watercolor. Let's do some watercolor. Dietrich, everyone loves you. Did you know that? They love you. I want to do my old quinacridone. Old school quinacridone. So I'm taking a minute and just trying to visualize what colors. I have a lot of green going on. I feel like I want to add one more, but I want it to be kind of muted, like a muted blue. I think this one would look nice. Now, you don't ever see blue leaves. I have never seen blue leaves on a flower, but with art, you can do what you want. And so that's the beauty of it. I think that's just the perfect amount of pop. All right, I'm going to dry this. The other reason why I like this particular paint is that, let's say like, oh, I'm not feeling that. I don't really like that green up there because I feel like there's a lot of green here. It kind of works as an eraser when it does kind of match this cream paper that I love to use. I do like this little splat. I'm going to keep that. I think that was for my fingers or something. This is the Tomoe River 68 gram and it's in cream. See how it just kind of like, the Jets. America. I am thankful for our military. I really am. It's just, I don't know why I didn't think about that when choosing this house. That we live next to a flight line. Oh my goodness. I did not think about that when, anyway. That was totally spontaneous, me adding that color. So I hope that works out. But yeah, so you can kind of do this number and kind of like that. Oops, I'm sure. Sorry. Another thing I love doing is, I don't know why, but having a line kind of across the page. And what I'm going to do is actually do pencil work, like with my pencil with some squigglies. And that way I can write purpose on top of it. Maybe a feud ball or something like that. I'll have to go in the other room and get it. Okay. So doing something like this. I don't know. I just really enjoy crazy marks. I feel like it makes me feel like a kid again. This is a jelly roll, big one, a 10. I think I got it on jet pens. And I'm just going to do some stuff over, again, layers. So I'm going to, when I say zoom you in, see all this deliciousness here? I've got the watercolor and the acrylic and then this piece of glassine. And now I'm doing this jelly roll. It's just so many layers. And that just, makes me so happy. Yes. And then a couple marks up here, maybe. Hopefully that's not too bright. I think it's getting brighter in my house. Is that better? A little better. Okay. I really don't want to mess with this anymore. I love this so much. I'm going to get my big old feud ball pen and I'm going to real sloppily write purpose, I think, right here. Oh, I forgot my pencil. My goodness. This is one of, I do love this pencil. I love this pencil. And I just did it on one petal. So that's, again, I don't know. It just makes it interesting. I feel like when I look at these, this is a recent floral, but where's the other one? Like this one. I love this one. It makes me like study each petal. It makes you slow down to really look at it. You know, I'm going to go get that feud ball. So I don't have, I just knocked over my water. Not good. So I don't have I have like two little keepsake things here. So I hope I didn't break the rules. But, yeah, this is a feud ball. And I'm just super messy. Not think about it. Just do it. Cool. And then I will put the date on it. So when you've been far removed from something that has given you purpose, I've done a lot of art and journaling and stuff like that. And I've kind of been on a hiatus. It really makes you reevaluate if that was really your purpose at all. You know what I mean? I mean, I have several purposes in my life. I believe that. But I think it's good. And I heard this from a really cool gal that I watch. She's kind of going through the same thing, Jess from Roots and Refuge. She was talking about the same thing with her, was that when you're removed from something that you've been doing for a while, it's actually healthy to be, that's actually a healthy thing to be removed from it, to really evaluate, you know, if that's really who you are, you know? And I know I'm more than my art. I know I'm more than my singing. I know I'm more than writing. I know I'm more than my pictures, but it is nice to get back into it and see that I still enjoy it and I still have purpose in it. I know it's not my main purpose, but I feel like everybody has many things that they can do that bring them purpose. All right, this is just my little date stamp. I had to get a new one because it didn't go for 2021. I need to get some re-inker because this thing's drying out. And I really want to place it right here. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, wow. I am so thankful that I got to do this today. And please, please, please go check out Juni's channel. She is the sweetest. Juni, you're the sweetest. Sweetest at like forgiving me for my little COVID brain mishap. But I hope this was fun for y'all journaling with me today. And I'm going to write all these thoughts out on this page. And yeah, she has a really sweet video on her channel today. Please go check that out too. I'll link all of it down below. I'm not going to be linking my supplies because I don't have capacity for that today, but I will be doing a class of this style and we'll have all that stuff listed before. And I don't know when the class is coming. I'm still recovering from the last class. Like literally my rear end is too weak. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed that. It was kind of scattered. I apologize for that, but I really like how it turned out. Thanks for being patient with me. Thanks for loving on my kitty. Thanks for joining me as I arted today, and I will see y'all soon. Love y'all. Bye.